Okay, my name is Olivia, and I'm doing my second oral presentation on the virtue theory according to Plato and Aristotle. The concept of virtue has been pondered and debated for centuries by ancient philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Though the philosophers did not exactly see eye to eye on the concept of virtue, they both possess ideas that cause humans to contemplate who they are by examining their character, their actions, and their desires. The complexities to this theory, however, still supply an ample amount of room for arguments, allowing the question of what it means to be a virtuous person to persist throughout modern conversations. In ancient Greek, during the time of Socrates and Plato, to be a person of virtue meant that a person does what he or she does best and does it excellently on a regular basis because of proper choices and good habits, but above all because a person has succeeded in developing a good character. By this, the ancient Greek thinkers believed that in order to achieve success as an honorable man, one must not only believe in a morally good way, but also believe that such actions are correct and the only way a man should act. We often hear of individuals who believe that one's thoughts don't necessarily need to coincide with their actual behavior, because as long as their actions are acceptable, their mindset does not matter. For example, according to Christian ethics, doing the right thing in order to please God and the immediate people around you is most important objective. What is not understood, though, is that simply shaping one's character to fit a tradition does not suffice, nor does it justify moral goodness. Plato, taught under the rhetoric of Socrates, felt that reality exists within a jungle of forms that all have their own separate purposes, which, when working together, provide us with a world of functioning roles. Plato's main goal in his philosophical career was to help establish a society of fulfilled people. He sought out to help individuals reach eudaimonia, fulfillment, by encouraging everyone to think more and not abide by the Greek doxa, or popular opinion. Plato thought that ideas such as fame, wealth, and carelessness would lead people towards the wrong values. He suggested that in order to become a virtuous person, one should steer clear of these fantasies and should instead educate themselves by a process of subjecting their ideas to further examination rather than acting on impulse. By doing so, Plato said that this behavior would allow an individual to get to know themselves better and discover what they are good at, along with what they wish to do with their life without receiving contaminating motives from outsiders. Aristotle viewed attaining virtue as a matter of habit, meaning that if a person acted in a way that neither caused them to overstep their boundaries nor underestimate their capabilities, they would find themselves within the middle path and on their way towards virtuousness. The philosopher created the golden mean, which has been used for centuries as a way to illustrate how a person should behave, what characteristics are worthy and which are not. Because Aristotle thought that this behavior might be done over and over in order to get it right, he understood that time, effort, and encouragement would be necessary during the process. Due to how challenging attaining virtue is, Aristotle saw those who lacked virtue as unfortunate rather than wicked. He said that these people should not be shamed or belittled. Instead, they should be given better teaching and more guidance. Generally speaking, the virtue theory has been recognized as a valuable philosophical concept which may be utilized by people on a daily basis. According to the teachings of praise theorists, we should strive for success by reevaluating our character, while also understanding that sometimes what we want is not always what is best. With time, effort, and respect for everything and everyone, we can all be viewed as individuals on our own middle path towards virtuousness.